everybody, we're here at AFR Auto Works today with our 660 Raptor turbo lawnmower. But we're here with Adam today. Gonna try and put on the rollers. It might set the new dyno record for the least amount of horsepower. 33, I think, is the mark to beat. So it's a 660 Raptor engine out of a 2003 Yamaha Raptor. We put a turbo on it. It's a KO3 turbo from a 1.8 liter Audi. Got VMS front and rear wheels on it with some 22-inch slicks on the back. And we had to make a custom intake with dual throttle bodies because the Raptor head has 2 intake ports and 3 intake valves. It's a little bit weird. And when we finally got into it, we actually found out that the intake valves were bent previously because the timing had skipped. So we actually had to rebuild the head in this thing, and we got it all back together. It runs. You can start it with the key. Now it's time to have some fun. Yeah, full out Canadian, eh? Got the micro squirt to connect here. We had to steal Rich's cable and then steal Adam's cable. Man, it looks so dumb, but like a good dumb. All right, so going in, see if we can get the right closest number here.
Okay, I'm gonna say 42 wheel horsepower.
How much boost? 5 pounds, yeah. 5 pounds, it makes 33 horsepower from the factory when it's new, without EFI on it, for carbs.
I'm gonna be on the high side, I'm gonna go 47.
Okay, I'm gonna go on the low side and I'm gonna say 28.
Until we see a $5 bill, you're not doing anything.
I'll exchange those fives.
You're 38, I'm 42.
Swap me, there you go.
We on the starting line?
We got some real Canadian cash on the line here, plastic money.
Horsepower?
I don't, yeah, but I don't know if the RPM is set up right. So
Yeah, but we'll take it.
Too much clutch. I think the cable was too tight pulling on the clutch a little bit. Hopefully, that's only it. Yeah. It doesn't help that I did a 6-gear burnout in the garage.
At limiter, it made 1 PSI, and as it bounced off limiter, it went up to 1.5.
Custom made, custom built, in-house, only making one, 50 cent. Hit up your boy.
What are you even talking about anymore? I listened to DMX on the way to Red Deer and now you're a gangster?
I'm a certified gangster. Wow! Wow!
It looks like it's making boost
No.
by like, I mean, according to the graph, 45 range.
Yeah, right here-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah, the ramp up right there. Wow, I didn't expect that at all. My guess was 28 horsepower.
Wow.
The clutch is holding now though.
yeah, that was good.
Well, here's a perfect opportunity to let you guys know if you guys want to enter to win Trike Build V2, you guys can head over to boostedlifestyle.com. We added suspension to it. We're going to put a 420cc engine in it. It's got a beefier rear axle, bigger rear tires. It's going to be much cooler. Every $1 spent on boostedlifestyle.com gets you 1 entry and helps us keep doing stupid stuff like we're doing with this lawnmower right now. So get over there, get your entry. Let's head back to the video.
4 PSI at limiter. Pretty much making boost by 4,800. Slowly ramps up until we're making 5 PSI.
Get that drill bit in there, bud.
Man, it is so cold out right now. We're going to do run 3 real quick. See if we can pick up any more power. We cleaned it up a little bit. Took a little bit of timing out of the middle. Everything seems to be working right. The cooling system's working fine. Good to go. Doesn't ever sound good though. We're going the wrong way here, boys. 40 horsepower this time. A little bit less torque. I don't know, maybe the rings are seated pretty good now, or?
Well, we did take a little bit of timing out of it.
Gotcha.
We all did guess high-ish numbers, but
No, I didn't.
we're somewhere where we shouldn't be to begin with. So regardless of whether it goes up or down, we're winning.
This little bad boy, that last run, 4.1 pounds of boost. And we have no more turns left on the wastegate, so unless we had a manual boost controller, we can't really up it. Which I'm okay with 4 pounds of boost, guys. The fact that it makes turbo noises and more horsepower than stock, that's a win in my books. I was like, the only thing I want out of this build is I want the turbo in the front, like a pro mod where you can see it like in the front bumper. And that was the only thing I wanted. That was my only vision for this whole thing.
It didn't read, but it made flames.
Ground there.
What do you make?
Where'd that bolt come from? So, from what I can tell, we did a pull, it hit the rev limiter, and then it shut off.
Looks like spare parts.
That was, yeah. That was.
not even warm.
That's one of the intake manifold bolts right there.
Oh yeah.
That's probably why it's not running right now.
Oh yeah. There seems to be a big gap. Like there's no longer a gasket in
I
there.
wonder if that's why we were dropping power.
Is it just because the vacuum leak now?
It might be just because of that vacuum leak.
Oh yeah. That's good.
And the fact that the fuel injector sprays right here.
Well, you could see a flame coming out when you were trying to start it.
Yeah.
49.2.
49.2.
Yeah, that's probably why it started acting strange for a couple runs in a row.
Kyle's live. If you're watching right now, you're cool.
Are you certified in Raptor turbo lawnmowers?
No.
For anybody who's not aware,
We're idiots.
this is what Adam sits on. There's
Why are you not in the higher gear?
If anybody asks why we're not going past first gear,
yeah. If you're wondering why it dynos,
He appreciates his arms.
I think this bottom one's stripped.
You think if we plug this injector back in, it would help?
Yeah.
yeah.
See, yeah, there's no actual injector locks on them, so. Because now you got way too much fuel in
Now we're
it.
like 9.5 to 1 air fuels.
I can see it coming out the exhaust, like the raw fuel.
It made
Dotted line.
44 or something.
which
but
is
like
still good, pig rich.
9.5 to 1 air fuels, pretty much.
Look, look.
Look at that 100 shot of Austin Bull Reds in the intake.
It made so much power, it blew the intake bolts right off it. That's what I get for using Princess Auto intake bolts.
Oh yeah. Lots of room there between you and the tires. Boosted lifestyle, where every time we come to AFR Auto Works, we need a booster pack because every vehicle or unit Kyle brings, the battery's frigged.
Frigged.
Every time. Mustang last time, frigged. This thing, frigged. Supra, yeah, living that booster lifestyle.
It was like half off.
Big 47 again, though. It's consistent.
Oh, mother trucker.
Twice.
And it's in gear.
He might have lost gears.
The shifter.
It's shifting. It's blowing so much oil out that one hole. I think it's all over my face, and the brakes don't work. Yes, I just lost gears.
Oh, fuck, you're in gear.
Oh, your axle's not spinning.
You lost the keyway on the...
Oh yeah, I lost the keyway. Oh, cause it like ripped it apart when I did that launch. It just tore that axle apart. Don't you need a stronger rear axle now?
And so it begins, eh?
You're gonna have to lift it because it's gonna hit the steering.
Pretty?
Good size keyway.
No.
It's on the visor?
It's just full of, look at the chin, it's just full of oil.
Tried to launch it.
Keep coming. Yeah, and that was like the longest first gear I've ever used in my life. Like everyone predicted, we do have to upgrade the rear axle in this thing. Probably 1.25" axle, a weld-on sprocket probably, and then maybe
Another brake.
a way bigger brake. We might end up having to cut this bar to clearance for like a bigger sprocket or put a jack shaft in it.
Because first gear looks crazy.
Now remember, if you want your chance to win Trike V2, go to boostedlifestyle.com. Every $1 spent will give you one entry for this bad boy. We're gonna switch out this 212 engine with a 420 engine, so we're gonna have a bigger engine, bigger tires, bigger axles, Springer seat, front suspension. It's gonna be way cooler. Don't miss out.